Hi, I am Ajish Babu. Today we are going to see an introduction of scripting. So today we will learn how to create a C# script file. So why do we need a scripting file? So that is what we are going to see first. So for example, if you want to give some properties or functionalities to any object in your game, like for example, if I have selected my box here and I want to move this box to the left or to the right, or when the user clicks on presses on the arrow buttons, I want this box to move in the left, right, or forward or backward. If the user presses the space bar, then I want this box to jump. So in this case, when you select a box, you can see in the property inspector we have a lot of components are already available, like mesh renderer, then we have box collider. And if you want to add more functionalities, you can always go to add component, and you can see I have a lot of effects. And if you want to add, for example, physics, then you can select that and you can add a rigid body. We can add a lot of functionalities to a game object using the components. But if the functionalities you want to add to a game object that is not available in this components list, then what you have to do? Then obviously you have to create your own components, or you have to create your own functionalities. Okay, so the script is used primarily for creating your own functionalities or components which you can add to a game object, and you can give functionalities that you want to give to a particular game object. So today we will just see how we can create a script file. Okay, so that is what we are going to do today. To create a new script file, you can select assets and you can create anywhere, and you can go to right click and create C# script. But I suggest you to don't do like that. It is always very important while developing a game or application that everything is properly arranged or managed. So instead of just creating anywhere in the assets, I will go to the scripts folder which I created in the previous class. Select the scripts folder, then right click here and go to create and C# script. Okay, so when you select this new script file, you can see a C# script file appearing here inside the scripts folder, and you are getting the option of naming the script file. So you can give any name you want, but it is please don't do like that. You have to always give a name which is relevant to that the functionality that you want to create using that script file. So here I want to control the box, okay, using this script file. So I will just give a relevant name like box script, okay, and just press enter. So I have created a script file, okay, and to open this file, you can just double click on that. So this will, in my Unity, it is opening in Visual Studio, and if you want to change this editor, then you can go to preferences and change that. But by default, since I have installed Visual Studio, using Unity installation files. So I am opening this file in Visual Studio. So here you can see that the my box script is opened in Visual Studio. So when you create a new script and open that, this is how it is going to look. So here you can see that I have some namespaces like system.collections, Unity engine. We will learn more about these in the coming videos. So don't worry about these using statements right now. So when the next you can see that I have a class created. Okay, so class created with the same name as my file name. So that is the box script. Okay, so that is why I said it is very important to give a name which is relevant to the functionalities which you are planning to give, because Unity will create the same class name as you give to the file name. Okay, so you can see that this box script is derived from the mono behavior class. Okay, so mono behavior class is the base class from which all these scripts are derived. But if you are not comfortable with, or you don't know what is the class or what is the base class, then don't worry about that. We will learn about all these classes in the coming videos. Just understand that when you created a box script file, and when you open that, we have created a class called the box script, which is derived from the mono behavior class. Okay, and by default we have the two functions that is available here, that is start function and the other is the update function. Okay, so update function is called once in each frame. So why the update function is used? The main use of the update function is that if you want some scripts to be, or sorry, some functions to be called in all the time in a game, like you want to check when the user is going to press a button, or when he is going to press a key, or you want to move the character all the time. So in those cases, so you have to check those events then in all the time. So in those cases you can give the instructions in update. Okay, because update is called once per frame. Okay, so it will be called all the time, but the start is called once. Okay, so that is called before the update function is getting started. Okay, so the main use of start is for the initialization, like if you have some variables, like you have the speed of the character, or if you have the rotation speed of the character, and you have the lives of the character, and you want to define the values for these variables like speed, then rotation speed, then lives, then you can use the start function. Okay, so anyway, in the coming classes we will see everything in detail. So just understand that this is how your script file will look when you open a new file. Okay, so right now I am going to write a couple of instructions to understand how this is getting called. Okay, so here I am writing in this start function, I am writing print. Okay, I am just giving it as this is start function. Okay, I have written that this is the start function. I will just save this and I will go back to my Unity file. Okay. Now what I am going to do is that, so I have my box script is updated. So when you select the box script, you can see in the property inspector that in the start I have this print. This is start function. Okay. Now what I am going to do is that I am going to play this. So when I give this print this command, so that will appear in console. Okay, but you can see that nothing is coming in the console. There should be a message like this is start function. Okay, but nothing is coming. What is the reason? Because I have created the script file, but I have not attached the script to any of the game objects. Okay, so this, if you want this script to be executed, you have to attach this script to any of the game objects. Okay, so what I am going to do is that I am going to attach this script to my box game object. Okay, so in this box game object, I can just click and drag this and place it. Okay, so you can see that my box script is attached to the box game object. Okay, now I am going to run it again. So now you can see that I am getting the message like this is start function. Okay, so my script is getting called. So for a script to be executed, you have to attach that script to a game object. Okay, so next we will make another one in the update, and I will go to print. This is update function. Okay. Now I will go back to Unity, and now I don't have to do anything or attaching again because it is already attached. Now what I am going to do next is that I am going to play this. So here you can see that I have the start function. So it is the update function is getting called continuously. You can see here it is 605, 700, 800. So it is like that. It is calling all the time. Okay, so because it is calling once per frame. Okay, now what I am going to do next is that just to see. So I have the start function is called the start of before the calling the update function. My start function is called, and it is called only once. Okay, and after that the update function started getting called. Okay, and after that you can see that in all our update function because it is calling once per frame. So I hope you understood the difference between the start and update. Okay, so I hope you understood today's class. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much.